Hi guys, I'm just going to do a quick equipment overview. I tried to do one earlier and it ended up being like 8 minutes, so I'm going to try to keep this one a tiny bit shorter. Alright, so we'll start out with the kit. This is a Ludwig Classic Maple. It's a it's a 20 by 14 inch bass drum and a 14 by 14 inch floor tom, 12 by 8 rack tom, and the snare drum is a 6.5 by 14 hammered bronze snare. I love this. I love this snare. I've had it for almost a year now, and boy, I just love it. I know some of you guys had questions about the tuning for that. Basically, the strategy for getting it, really low sound like in a lot of the Hillsong stuff is I use this, which is just, I cut this out. This is just an old snare head, and I cut it out so I can put it on here like this, and I just tune the snare really low, and then I put that on top, and it makes it sound even lower pitched. And if you don't want to do that, you can use moon gel too. Moon gel will work. I use that a lot also. But that's just an idea. That's what I do a lot of the time. Let's go over the cymbals now. These are 14-inch New Beat hi-hats by Zildjian. And then this is an 18-inch K-Custom Dark Crash. That's also by Zildjian. And another Zildjian, what a surprise. This is a 20-inch Ping Ride. And I should tell you that I don't use this too often now. In fact, in a lot of my covers, I have a bigger 21-inch Meinl Crash. But I was playing some Bruno Mars a couple days ago, so I like that ride a little better. And then this is my favorite cymbal. I got this about a year ago. Yeah, I think I got this a year ago. This is a ride cymbal, but I use it as a crash. It's another Meinl. It's a Meinl Byzance Jazz extra thin ride, a 20-inch. And boy, it just sounds like a combination between like a China cymbal and a crash cymbal. And it's just for, big choruses and stuff. It just fills everything, and it's really nice, really washy. The last thing I should go over is drum heads. I have mostly used Remo drum heads, but right now I've got Evans heads on the kit. For the toms, both toms, the top head, the batter head is, it's an Evans G2 coated. So the equivalent Remo head would be like a coated Emperor. And then on the bottom is a clear G1. And the equivalent Remo head again would be a clear Ambassador. And then for the snare, well, I already told you about that. But this is a Power Center reverse dot. So I guess the Remo equivalent for this would be an Emperor X. And basically it's a pretty thick snare head, but in the center, it's got like this extra mylar dot, which sort of focuses the sound and also makes the head a lot more durable. And I'm a pretty hard hitter, so I usually like the thicker snare heads. Okay, last but not least, hardware. It's all Ludwig hardware just to match the kit, except for this. This is a Gibraltar pedal, and while I'm down here, I should say I lied. I am using one Remo head, and that is a Power Stroke 3 bass drum head. The only reason that's on there is I don't have an Evans EMAD yet to put on that kick drum. But hopefully this was helpful to any of you who wanted to know a little bit more about my setup. If you have any more questions about any equipment I use or anything, then just let me know in the comments. And yeah, thanks for subscribing.